All right, Janet, so what brings you to counseling today?
Oh, well, I have told my boss that I plan to retire at the end of the school year.
And how are you feeling about that decision?
Well, I've been thinking about it for quite a while. My partner has been retired for 2 years now,
Mhm.
and she's having a whole lot of fun without me.
Yeah,
And I just think it's time for me to retire too, but I'm hesitant too. I mean, I'm excited, but I'm still hesitant.
so what is making you feel so hesitant?
Well, I mean, my whole identity is tied up in my job. I mean, that's how people relate to me. They
Mhm.
see me and they think of my job and where I work and all of that. And if I don't have that anymore, it's like I don't know who I am.
That makes sense because all you do is work.
Well, yeah, I mean, isn't that what you're supposed to do until you retire and then you sit and watch TV and die in a chair? I think that's kind of how it works, isn't it?
That seems to be what feels true for you.
Well, I don't know. My partner's having a lot of fun, although
Yeah.
she spends all her time reading and sitting in a chair and reading. She hasn't
That
died
does
yet.
sound kind of boring.
Sounds very boring to me.
Yeah, not what you'd like to spend your time doing.
No, I want to travel. I want to get out and do stuff. I probably do some volunteering.
Mhm.
Exercise, because I've just been a slug while I've been working since I work so much.
Mhm. Yeah. So retirement sounds like it's going to be pretty fun for you.
Well, I hope so. If I can get my partner out of the chair
Oh,
from her book. I mean, you should see the pile of books that she's got stacked up.
it sounds like a lot.
Yeah, well, this whole pandemic thing, she just started ordering books constantly online and from the library, and she must have 40 books stacked up that she's going to read. So I don't know when we're going to get to travel together.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like being at work is helpful because you aren't so annoyed by your partner reading all the time.
Well, yeah, she can be pretty annoying because I mean, I might be talking to her and she's reading and she's not listening to me.
Yeah.
So,
Well, sometimes when people retire, they do have some relationship issues because it's a big change.
oh, I think we'll be just fine.
Well, there's always couples counseling.
Oh, yeah. Well, how much does that cost? I mean, is it like double of what individual counseling costs?
I mean, yeah, but we could figure that out later. Okay. So I guess I'm just not really sure what the concern is for you because it sounds like you're excited about retiring. It sounds like there's a lot of fun things that are going to be happening. And, work can get boring. So,
Well, you're the counselor. I thought you were the one who was supposed to figure this out. I mean, isn't that what I'm paying you for?
well, I mean, we could take like a career assessment and see if there's some maybe clubs or things that you could join that might interest you to take the place of work.
Oh, I took that thing one time. It told me I should be an officer in the military
Oh,
and a plumber and something else that was really stupid. So I don't trust those tests.
yeah. Maybe those are things that you could have explored as career options, I guess.
Well,
So
could have been.
tell me about what you do now.
Well, I advise students on what they should be when they grow up.
Well, isn't that kind of funny?
Yeah,
You're a career advisor who's feeling confused.
well, that sort of happens, but they're not retiring. I mean, they're just starting their career. So it's easier to just, tell them what to do and then they go off and major in it and
Yeah.
then I don't have to deal with them anymore.
I mean, that's got to be pretty tough for you, Janet. Most people are pretty excited about retiring, but you're kind of worried about it.
Well, I just think that I want to do traveling. Well, and then this stupid COVID thing
Yes.
is really messing all the plans up.
And it has messed all the plans up. I bet the last couple of years of your career looked very different.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think I even knew what I was doing the last couple of years.
Yeah, not
Those
the
things-
ending that you planned.
That's for sure.
Mhm. Well, and even the kind of rituals and celebrations that you might typically get to have to mark the end of a career look really different right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we used to have a big dinner and for everybody who was retiring that year and, you know,
Mhm.
all these speeches and honors and all this kind of stuff. And last year, they didn't even do anything. They did, I mean, they barely even said goodbye to us,
Mhm.
to people. So, you know, that really sucked.
Yeah, so it sounds like you're kind of worried that when you retire, it's gonna suck too.
Well, that's very possible.
Mhm. So
Yeah.
what worry you seem to have.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, I don't know. I'll manage somehow. I
Hmm.
can always come back for counseling. I'm
That's
sure that
true.
will help me.
That's true. And I went to like a really good school and very well trained, so I'm
Good.
always here too.
I heard that. I mean, I checked you out on Facebook,
Mhm. Yeah.
just to make sure you were worthwhile. And there were some reviews about you and,
Mhm. Yeah.
you know, they said that you would cut a deal based on income
Yeah.
and you were usually on time and everything. So
Yeah.
I figured we could work together.
So what does your partner think about you retiring?
Well, she's been too busy reading.
Oh,
really-
she don't even know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I told her, but I don't know if she really thinks it's gonna happen,
She doesn't believe you'll retire.
right? Because I've been such a workaholic.
So work's been a pretty big part of your life.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's who I am. I mean, you know,
You're
Have
Janet
business-
from the college.
I have business cards and everything.
Yeah. You need retirement business cards.
Well, maybe that's a good idea, because how are people gonna get a hold of me if they don't have a business card?
So it sounds like a worry of yours is you won't know how to connect with your people if you can't connect through your work.
Well, that's possible, although I really don't have close friends at work,
Hmm.
because I just don't think that's good to mix work friends and outside friends. So we really don't socialize with people from work.
Sounds like that's just where people know how to find you.
Well, that's true.
So
Yeah.
they won't know where to find you anymore.
So you're suggesting maybe instead of business cards, I should have retirement cards.
Yeah,
Okay, I can do that.
because then you have something to, sounds like it's important to have something to hand out so people know who you are and what you're about.
That's right. I can get my secretary to help me figure out how to do that on the
Yeah.
computer.
There you go. Give you something to carry around just to represent your identity when you don't have your job anymore.
Yeah,
Mhm.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah. So does that take care of your worry or is there other stuff?
Well, I guess I should probably try and figure out what other things I like to do besides go to work.
Well, you don't want to take my career assessments. You think they're stupid.
Well, I do think they're pretty stupid. I don't think you're stupid. I just think they're stupid.
Yes. Well, sometimes they can be helpful to give you insight about interests that can connect to hobbies or other activities outside of work.
Well, that's true. You know, when I took it before and the counselor looked at the results and looked at me and said, I don't know what to tell you.
Not very helpful.
That was not helpful at all.
You were probably a lot younger. Now you're a lot older.
Right. Older, wiser. I don't know about wiser.
Definitely
but
older.
Older, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
See,
so-
gray hairs.
From work, maybe.
I think so.
Well, what we can do is we could set up another appointment and that appointment, I'll send you some assessments to take at home and then bring them in. We can look at them, not about what career you should choose, but maybe about interests or hobbies or things that would connect so that you have a plan when you retire about how to fill your time.
All right. Well, I guess, I'm paying you good money to figure this puzzle out.
Mhm.
So I'll at least give it a try.
All right, that sounds good.
But-
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for your help today.
Of course.